The hidden rules of money, they told us money was simple. Work hard, save, be responsible. And one day, it will all pay off. But what if that story was never true? What if money itself is a mirror, reflecting not fairness, but control? Steve Braveman's book, Hidden Money Rules, doesn't teach how to get rich. It teaches how the game is really played. And once you understand it, you realize something unsettling. The system was never broken. It was built this way. Every empire, from Rome to Wall Street, was founded on one truth. Money isn't real until someone believes in it. Gold, paper, digital codes, all illusions of value. But the people who write the rules of value never play by them. The poor and middle class live inside the visible economy. Wages, taxes, bills, savings. The wealthy operate in the invisible one. Trusts, entities, leverage, information. They don't chase money. They control its flow. They don't own. They manage ownership. And while you work for income, they build structures that generate it. Braverman calls this the architecture of advantage. A network of legal, financial, and psychological systems that rewards understanding and punishes ignorance. In school, you were taught to play the role of the worker, study, obey, earn your place, but never question the system itself. You learned how to follow the rules, not how to see who writes them. That's not an accident. The modern financial world depends on predictability, a population that trades time for security, while a small minority trades information for power. Our culture calls ambition greed, but glorifies endless consumption. It celebrates wealth, but hides how it's truly made. We're told to fear debt, yet the system itself runs on it. Debt is not punishment, it's design. For the powerful, it's leverage. For everyone else, it's obedience. Look closer at history, the creation of credit, the invention of central banks, the tax codes that shape nations. Every layer of the modern economy was built to ensure one thing, that control remains in the hands of those who understand the rules. And the rules aren't written in textbooks. They live in contracts, loopholes, and shell companies. They hide behind phrases like equity, interest, and liquidity. The wealthy don't just make money, they manipulate its environment. They know that control beats ownership and structure beats effort. A billionaire can lose a company on paper and gain power in reality. Because money doesn't vanish, it just moves through another channel. Braveman's message isn't about resentment. It's about awareness. He says you've been trained to see money as the goal, but money is only the language, not the meaning. The real wealth is control. Control of your time. Control of your knowledge. Control of the systems that define your limits. He writes, you were never meant to be a worker in someone else's machine. You were meant to design your own. The tragedy is that most people never realize they're allowed to. Hidden Money Rules exposes the psychology behind obedience. Fear keeps people still. Ignorance keeps them quiet. Comfort keeps them asleep. We were told that stability equals safety, but in reality, it equals dependence. The moment you stop questioning, the system wins. The wealthy don't think in terms of effort. They think in terms of leverage. They ask not, how can I earn more? But, how can I move differently? They use the same tools available to anyone, but they use them with understanding, not emotion. They don't save money, they deploy it. They don't buy status, they buy systems. That is the silent code of wealth. At the core of Braverman's idea lies a simple revelation. Money is belief. It's not wealth itself, but a story we all agree to play inside. And whoever shapes that story shapes the world. If tomorrow everyone lost faith in a currency, the empire behind it would collapse overnight. Because the foundation of money isn't gold or policy, it's trust. That's why the true power isn't in holding money. It's in controlling the narrative around it. Those who can define value can decide destiny. So what can we do with this knowledge? First, see clearly. Understand the design. The system isn't your enemy, it's your environment. But to survive in it, you must stop playing by someone else's script. Learn the language of contracts. Question your conditioning. Turn labor into structure. Turn consumption into creation. When you stop reacting to money, and start understanding its logic, you stop being part of the illusion and start becoming part of the architecture. The final words of Hidden Money Rules are less about finance and more about identity. Freedom, Braveman says, isn't wealth. It's the ability to define your own value. That's the real secret. The hidden rule behind every rule. Because once you understand how the game is played, you realize something profound. You were never meant to compete. You were meant to create. And in a world built on illusion, the ones who see clearly inherit everything that's real. Thank you for watching. If this journey through the story of money made you think, reflect, or see the world a little differently, that means it did its job. The truth is, we're all part of this story. Every choice, every risk, every act of trust, it all shapes the system we live in. If you'd like to keep exploring the ideas that move our world from history to the future, make sure to subscribe and join this growing community of curious minds. Your support means a lot. See you in the next chapter.